Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin's and we're back for another edition of PauLInstaMyooin's personal best opinions on Pokemon. And this edition will be about Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. Now they all have the exact same moves, held item, and ability. So yeah, let's get on with it. Shouldn't be that long of a video. So the moves for all three for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. First you want Vital Throw. Now Vital Throw is a 70 power, infinite accuracy fighting physical. I'm pretty sure it's physical type move, but I know it's fighting type. But anyways, yeah, like I said, the only special ability he has is that it doesn't miss, so it's a pretty amazing move. Then we got Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss is 100 accuracy, fighting. I think it's considered static because it doesn't have any power, or maybe it's just an attack. I don't know. I feel like if it's an attack, it's a physical attack. But anyway, pretty much what this move does is it does the amount of damage depending on what the user's level is. So if you're like level 50 and you use Seismic Toss, it'll do 50 damage, stuff like that. So it can be very helpful. And then we got Low Kick. Low Kick is 100 accuracy. It's just like Seismic Toss, where it's like, I guess it would be a status move, but it would be also a physical type move with no power already. Physical, 100% accuracy. I think I said 100% accuracy for Seismic Toss too. If I didn't, then yeah, that has 100% accuracy too. But anyway, Low Kick, physical or just status fighting type move. Pretty much what it does more damage. Oh my god. What was that? Oh, what the? Oh, that's disgusting. I'm sure you saw that. It was some kind of weird fly that was crawling on my screen. What the heck was that? I think that might have been a first ever. Well, I'll kill it afterwards. There it goes again. Okay, anyways, get distracted. So it does pretty much, Low Kick does more damage depending on how much the user, the opponent that you use this against weighs. So if they weigh a lot, then this attack is going to do a lot. And then Foresight. This is the most important move on to have just in general for if you only have fighting or normal type moves. So pretty much what Foresight is, it's a 100 accuracy status normal type move. And what it does is it enables, when you use this against a Pokemon, pretty much makes it to where their evasion gets reset, so that if they were like really hard to hit and then you land this, it resets their evasion, so that's pretty sweet. But it also allows for fighting, if they're like a ghost type move, if they're a ghost type, not a ghost type move, if they're a ghost type, to allow fighting and normal type attacks to hit them, no matter if it's from the one who used Foresight on, but as long as they don't switch out, then of course it'll reset the effect. But it's a very helpful move, and the same for with ghost types. If you use Foresight on an opponent, and it's like they're like a normal type, and you try to use a ghost type move, it'll actually work, because normally ghost type has no effect against normal types. So yeah, it's a very, very helpful move, especially because, Machop and Machamp, Machoke, in the earlier ones, they only have fighting type moves, and it's just good in general, just to set up. So anyways, I'm going to say right now, the ability for all three of them makes it to where they can hit attacks all the time. So the later generations with the moves, you'll not see these parentheses because they're always going to be able to hit their attacks. So it's only in these earlier generations, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, that there was no abilities. So I had to, switch up. But anyways, have Cross Chop instead of Vital Throw if you have another Pokemon in your team that raises an opponent's or whoever Pokemon you're trying to use the low accuracy move on, lower their evasion with like Sweet Scent, or if they have a move like boosting their accuracy and then a move to use to pass over the effect to that Pokemon that you want the accuracy increase to, like Baton Pass. So anyways, pretty much what Cross Chop does is 100 accuracy, 80 power, physical fighting type move, and it has a high critical hit chance, a high chance to get a critical hit. So instead of 1 in 16, it's a normal chance of getting a critical hit, it's actually a 1 in 8 chance. So it's pretty sweet. But like I didn't say it in this video, but the only reason why I would have like these parentheses is if an attacking move has under 90 accuracy. I don't mind if like status moves and all that have under 90 accuracy because they're not attacks. They're just something that could be helpful. But definitely you want to be careful of always having the accuracy of at least being 90 of the attacks, or if you just want to risk it, or if you have, like I said, the whole accuracy boost Baton Pass thing, or the evasion lowering on the one you want to use the move against, stuff like that. But of course, you know, the thing about setting up on an opponent is they can just switch out, so then that'll all be reset. The same with any, if you have like negative or positive stat boost or stat drops, then yeah, it'll reset once you switch out. So you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's move on to the moves for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, and Y. So the only thing different here is actually Dynamic Punch. Now Dynamic Punch is 100 power, 50 accuracy, physical fighting type move. Now, pretty much what it does, not only is it powerful, but it confuses the one who uses this against every time. Every time if they're like not confused, then it'll instantly confuse them. So it's such a good move in general. And especially with that, like I said, that ability that lets them hit it every time, you don't have to worry about the crap accuracy. It's amazing. And for Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, there's a lot more variety. So instead of having Seismic Toss and Low Kick, I think it was, you actually want Dual Chop and Knockoff. So Dual Chop, if I can speak, Dual Chop is a 40 power, 90 accuracy, physical dragon type move. And why you would want to have this kind of move? Well, first of all, it's a variety, because in the earlier generations, like I said, these three only have fighting type moves to attack. But pretty much what Dual Chop is the special ability why it's so good is that it can hit, and that it always hits twice. So it can be really good to break sturdy if you know you're going to most likely one-shot the opponent anyway, but they're most likely going to live a shot because they have like Sturdy or Focus Sash, or like Mimikyu, to where it has Disguise, I think that's what the ability is called, to where it can take a hit. But anyways, yeah, it's just good. It's just a good move in general. And then Knockoff. Knockoff is a 65 power, 100 accuracy, physical dark type move. And what this does is it always knocks off, like it says in the name, it actually knocks off the held item of whoever uses it against. And if it does, it'll do double the power. So that'll be 130 power. It's pretty crazy. But in earlier generations, I believe this was only 60 power. The accuracy in the dark was the same. Dark type was the same, but I think it was a special attack instead of a physical attack, which it's whatever. But anyways, then on to... Oh, I forgot to put Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee here. So imagine that it says Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, since there is no Dual Chop, Foresight, Knockoff, or Dynamic Punch, and there's no abilities in that game either, so you're gonna have to be careful with the accuracy. First of all, Brick Break. Now, Brick Break is a 75 power, 100 accuracy, physical fighting type move. And not only is it really good, but it has a special effect. If there's a light screen or reflect up, I think maybe even it can hit through Protect. Either way, it'll shatter through it, and it'll like break through that, so it'll cancel the reflect or the light screen. Because those are moves that they can set up for each for 5 turns to protect the whole team. So it's pretty good, that effect. And then we got Superpower. Superpower is 120 power, 100 accuracy, physical fighting type move. Now the power and everything, the accuracy is great, but the thing is, every time you use this, your attack and defense lowers by 1. So you gotta really be careful. This is gonna be like a last resort move that you're gonna want to use. So yeah. So anyway, the held item for Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, you want Black Belt. Now this raises the power of fighting type moves by 10%. And then for Fire Red and Leaf Green, you want the King's Rock. This pretty much, as long as the move, I'm pretty sure, doesn't already have an extra effect, like how Dynamic Punch has the effect of always confusing. As long as it doesn't have an extra effect, or maybe it just adds on this effect that I'm about to say, I don't know, you can look it up. But pretty much what it does, the effect it adds on a 10% chance to flinch whoever you use an attack on. So pretty much what flinching does is, the one who gets flinched in that turn, it pretty much says they get flinched and can't move. And then whatever they're trying to do that turn just cancels out. So it's pretty sweet. And then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, first of all, you want the Life Orb for offline. Now, what the Life Orb does is it raises the power of both your physical and special attacks on whoever's holding this by 30%, but also you take damage each time, depending on how much damage you do. So you get more power, but you're taking more damage from your own attacks. And then for online, the rule about online is when you have a held item in online that you know it's going to be used up in battle, you'll get it right back after the battle's done. So it can be very helpful for not having to regrind for like berries, or in the sense, Focus Sash is a very hard item to grind to because you gotta, it's one of those top tier items. But anyway, what the Focus Sash does is the one who's holding this item, as long as they're at, if they were at full health, and if they would have got one-shotted, they will always live on 1 health. So it's a very good thing to always be able to get one move off so you don't get sweeped, as long as you know you don't get paralyzed, sleep, flinched, or just miss your attack, then you should be all good. So anyways, Pokemon, for Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, for offline, it's a different item. For online, it's the same, the Focus Sash. But offline, you want the Darkinium Z. Now, this is for the Z knockoff, just to make, you know, powerful ones, no special effect. And then for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, doesn't have any hell items. And then the ability. I'll explain the other two first. The other basic ability that you can get is Guts. Now, Guts pretty much makes it to where if you have a status condition on you, like paralysis, burn, poison, any of that, your power will be boosted, I think, only for your physical attacks by 50%. And then the hidden ability, Steadfast, is pretty much whenever you get flinched, your speed raises by 1 each time you get flinched. So it can be very helpful. But the ability, what you want in all three, is No Guard. Now, like I said, this makes it to where you can never miss any of your attacks with the ability No Guard, whoever the Pokemon that has that. So that's why you don't have to worry about accuracy with this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is probably going to be a part 2, but I'm going to have to hopefully hope that it's not. That would really suck. But anyways, that's it for the video. So if you enjoyed, if you'd be so kind to support me by donating to my Patreon, as long as you're not putting yourself in a bad spot by doing so, of course, then feel free to. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I've been your host, PauLInstaMyooin's,